lesion into right here. Got right here. Everything else. You got the SurreySide H, the cold summer freestyle. Got one of the coldest summers, one of the coldest summer freestyles. And just with the SurreySide H coming, he came in with his whole solo, he got his main credential Rostro one, he got his solo Dolo one coming into it, so he didn't brought us in something loco, something he didn't come in with the loco potential thing, but you got the summer with the freestyle, the cold summer freestyle, and he didn't basically came in with his whole Dolo, his whole Gentros, especially from this whole thing. Like he didn't came in with his local one with the cold summer, the cold summer freestyle.
Return to the real. H. I got a lot to say, take me in. Look, see I ain't looking for no beef cause that's a broke man sport. But I'll back it out before I let a joke man talk. I ain't never served my country but I know about war. We were serving here in country when the white came raw. Using nitties as a sat nav in the towns we toured. I fold the fifth note every time I count these scores. They love you when you're up. Funny how country when the white. I ain't never served cause that's a.
Ooh, and he got the enemies to it too. Like it's so much of a enemies to it. And then he got the papers. Like you got the post papers. Like the post papers really make sense because it's telling you that's like the local thing. Like the local news was actually going on. Like especially from years from now, they used to have papers where they showed. Like that would be the main thing. I don't know, is it really as deep as it used to be like back then? This was like in the 80s and all this other stuff, but he's speaking on some like it's just some desperate type of stuff. Like you got the desperate points and the way they come up and the way the side turn to makes you, and it just makes you just the way the whole thing is speaks on.
Looking for no beef cause that's a broke man sport. But I'll back it out before I let a joke man talk. I ain't never served my country but I know about war. We were serving here in country when the white came raw. Using nitties as a sat nav in the towns we toured. I fold the fifth note every time I count these scores. They love you when you're up. Funny how they doubt you poor. Try and draw me out, it's really gonna be clout v cool. You've all been warned. I'm winter cold, you can forget summer. Tickets on me trying to see these checks run up. I'm getting tired of these dead runners. Feds onto the gang, doing checks on us. We still made room for activity, call that step brothers. The re-up came in.
Ooh, we still moving like, we still, curving everything.
Doing checks on us. We still made room for activity, call that step brothers. The re-up came in a bloom, we should have stepped on it. The loudest one in the room, but he's got stress pockets. I hear they wanna get rid of me, that's a death promise. I lost my bro, you think I care about you? If I don't fear death, how can I fear that you? I beg no one call my phone like they don't bleed too. Since A died, mum's praying that I don't move loose, and dad does too.
Ooh, and this is more than this is deeper than Moore's telling. Like he said, the loudest one in the room has something, has something in the pocket, something reminiscent. But that's deep, especially from that whole proceed. Like he said, the loudest one in the room has a sticky in his pocket. I don't know from the whole thing, but hey, he said from the sticky in the whole thing, and especially the sides and the turns, like sides and the places you are. Those are the places you gotta be really be aware, like of your just surroundings.
They don't bleed too. Since A died, mum's praying that I don't move loose, and dad does too. That's facts, just truth. But if I ever got a ride, I bet he still comes through. They see us jumping up the whip, and the ops all move. That little pagan ran so fast, he fucking lost his shoes. I see man happy with their bust down. How you happy when your mum still gets the bus round? Fridge is empty and her kitchen's looking run down. Bailiff's knocking cause the bills are adding up now. At least you can tell her the time. What a dumb clown, these rappers don't know about grind. Swear they just love clout, I had to go and get it from mine. We had to flood town, all I had was hope and a line. I worked through enough drought. You get enough money, bet your friends will hate. I could've done 3 for 100 before the Benzo came. I wasn't chasing no pussy shit, I had rent to pay.
Let them know. Hey, let it know, and then especially from the whole thing, like, hey, you coming from, especially the TVs. You see the TVs, you see everything. You coming from a broken home, like, hey, he's speaking. He's speaking from a viewable point. Like, you got a viewable point. You coming from broken homes. You coming from all these things. Like, that's all because that's where you mentally and spiritually came from. Like, that's all you know. You just came from that type of area. So it's like you don't want to leave that type of, especially, and that's what people gotta. Sometimes people gotta like leave that situation alone. Like you gotta get up out, but they don't want to do that. Like it's just something they grew up around. So it's like I feel like the people that grew up in broken places, I feel like they should just move on and just go somewhere else. Because it's like it just this stuff is like really killing people and just breaking people down. So especially from the whole thing, like you gotta cone and tune.
I see a nitty get angry cause he can't get the vein. And now they're calling me auntie but they don't get my pain. I never kicked in that door, I still regret the day. The image stays in my brain, it's rest in peace to A. Cause that was half of my heart, I hope we meet again. It's crazy cause my right hand died. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie and tell you G's don't cry. Cause I shed 1,000 tears and I had sleepless nights. Now every time I make a song, it just don't feel right. Just know I'll look up for your daughters and they'll both be nice. It's mad I got to meet your kids, but you won't meet mine. I know you're up there looking down, making sure we shine. For now I've gotta play my part in this game called life, it's hate.
Yo, Zems, did you make this?
Man, he was stepping, he put the whole thing towards it. Had with the whole thing though, you got the cold summer freestyle. Especially from the cold summers, especially when everything else been going on too. Like just years and years. Not even these years, not even this year. I'm talking about years from now, like as you go backward, a lot of things just been cold summers off that after years 15, 2016, 17. Like it just been crazy and menace. What you got with the SurreySide H, especially from him having this whole thing. Well, it's like it's at a time and a place that sometimes we have to look at it as we do live in a cold summer spring thing, especially from everything else. But SurreySide and H, him putting his environments and everything else. But make sure that's comment, like, and with this whole just NSC present.